for a familiar face. Oh, there's my 78 friends right there. That's how you become the ultimate act. You just bring more people. So I'm going to start off by talking about my fears. Ever since I was young, I've always had a fear of choking. I distinctly remember being on an elementary school playground and strangling this other kid and thinking, that looks awful, I hope they never happens again. More recently, I was in a coffee shop and I was choking on a bagel. I'm grunting to get that bagel down. I'm grunting violently. And there's a family next to me with 2 kids. And I realize I'm in a bit of a quandary here. I'm having some trouble. I'm going to turn towards this family and say, listen, if this gets worse, I might need the Heimlich maneuver. And as I turn towards them, I grunt violently one last time, and I'm safe. The bagel goes down, everything's fine. Unfortunately, from the perspective of those parents, all they saw was a strange bearded man turn towards their kids and do this. And I got the hell out of there. I just apologized and promptly left, because what else are you going to do? I heard a study recently that men tend to be quiet during sex, because as young boys, they learn to be discreet so their parents don't catch them masturbating. But personally, I was often caught masturbating by my parents, so when I'm with a woman, I find them very talkative. I'll say sexy things like, Dad, turn off the light, it's not what it looks like! And then during a moment of passion with a woman, just almost compulsively, I'll say things like, Mom, turn off the light, I'm just reading! For you guys out there, here's just a tip. Women love it during a moment of passionate coitus. When you just lean in, you whisper in their ear and you say, I'm not masturbating right now. Honey, do you want to stop? I'm not masturbating. This is an expression of how much I enjoy this sex, just by me declaring that I'm not masturbating. I saw a commercial recently about STDs. It was about STD awareness. It showed a woman running through nature and jogging through the forest. And the explicit message of this commercial is that you can still live a happy and full life if you have an STD. But the underlying message was, yeah, but we are going to banish you to the woods. Yourself. You gotta find it for yourself. It'll be like camping, only society thinks your body's gross now. So there'd be a voiceover saying, like, you're still yourself if you have an STD, and they just show a woman with sticks, like just trying to make a fire with like pig's blood, just crying softly. The few times in my life where I've gone on a walk of shame, this is when you have a one-night stand and fall in love. You have a one-night stand and you walk home in your clothes. The few times in my life where I've had a walk of shame, I found it was comforting to pretend that everyone around me was having a walk of shame, so I didn't feel so alone. So I thought to myself, I see you over there, old man, walking down the sidewalk, quietly humming to yourself with your hands behind your back, with a poor boy hat on. Who was she, you mischievous slut? What kind of trouble did you get? We're just 2 peas in a pod, you and I. Just sowing our oats. I would think, oh, I see you over there as well, woman with grocery bags and a small boy with you. I think I can read this correctly. So you met a guy at the grocery store, you went home with him, you brought your boy with you, you kept your grocery bags there, and you guys just fucked. Thanks. They call child services, I'm just kidding. Way to go, great job, Katie Scott. I hope that those groceries keep and your child sleeps. Get home safe. That was a rhyming joke. It's a new joke genre I'm working on. I walked into this restaurant the other day. I didn't want this to happen. I'll tell you what happened. There was a woman there. She was breastfeeding. I don't know how this happened. I didn't want it to happen. This should not have happened. But I made eye contact with the baby boy as he was breastfeeding. So I've seen humanity at its most intimate, at its most natural. And like a traveler coming from an exotic land to return to regale you of tales, I can tell you, ugh, no. Disgusting. Nature is fucking gross. But the baby he gave me a look. as if to, like an angry look, as if to say, what the fuck, man, as if this is embarrassing enough. I've got my mother's nipple in my mouth. The last thing I need is some strange bearded man across the room staring at me from afar. But I was having a bad day that day, and I didn't really like the way that baby looked at me, so I gave him a look back as if to say, drink up, mama's boy. I didn't say put your mother's nipple in your mouth in public. I was like being a real dick about it too. I was showing other people, I was pointing them out, and I was thinking, while I'm at it, your outfit, a t-shirt and a diaper, what a cliche. You're one step away from a Winnie the Pooh. And I was just feeling like I was going on a rant, and I was thinking, and while we're at it, you're drinking from your mother's nipple. You know what I used to drink, mother sucker? You know what I used to drink? A glass or a cup. Get your mother's nipple out of your mouth. I'm going to say mother's nipple one last time, and I'll add mother's nipple. Thank you very much.